How much, obviously you started some as a sophomore when you senior then went down. How much more comfortable, or maybe what way, obviously you're going to be more comfortable, in what ways are you more comfortable than you were last year and maybe 2 years ago?
This year I kind of took more of the leadership role, being a senior, being captain. I got voted captain. It's just like I'm playing with kids my age, I'm playing with kids younger than me. I just feel so much more confident now that I'm not the little kid dropping back, that I'm one of the oldest guys out there, and that I've been doing this for so long. And it's just, I mean, it's just comfortable for me back there now.
Is that something, I guess, you're comfortable with, just a leadership role with this team, or did you have to kind of grow into that?
Yeah, I've always considered myself a little bit of a leader, but I let the older guys do the leadership in the past couple of years, and this year it's really been full force, and you know, everyone looks up to me and the other captain, and that's one of my main things. I try to be a great leader every single day.
What is there, maybe not necessarily on the field, but is there something different, or maybe not different, but something only your team does? Is there something unique about, you know, how you go through things, or personality-wise?
Well, if you take a listen right over there, this year we're really focusing on having a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm in whatever we do. And we feel like if we have energy and we have enthusiasm, then we'll get the most out of all of our players. So you'll hear players screaming, or you'll hear players whooping and stuff.
They're helping us out right now.
Yeah, and that's just our thing, and we're trying to get energy going, and we're trying to look the best we can.
Just looking back at it now, you set a school record on Friday. When you went back and you looked at your tape and everything, what did you see? Why was that game such a success for you guys?
You know, I feel like I played, I was happy with my performance, but I got to give all the credit to the receivers. If you look at my touchdown passes, they were hitches or they were screens, and our receiving core is very good this year, and I don't think that's something that people expected. So they made great plays with short passes, and also our offensive line was fantastic. I think I got tackled like twice, and it was probably my own fault that it happened. So Preston, Marco, Nick, Bubba, Scott, they all did fantastic. So I kind of put it on them more than me.
Is that, obviously the statistics say it's one of your best games. Is that the best game you've played, or is there something else that's been, another one that's been better?
That was probably one of the best games I've played, I think, just in my opinion.
For me to say that he broke a school record passing for touchdowns in a game, it's quite an accomplishment. We've had some really, really good quarterbacks over the years, so it probably says quite a bit for him and his performance and the kids around him.
What when you sat down and looked at the tape on Saturday, I would guess, or Sunday,
yeah.
What did you see that you liked the most, or maybe something you weren't expecting?
You know, I thought his poise and his decision making were about as good as they have been for him. I would say maybe he had a couple of reads that he could have gone, and he knew when he did them. But overall, his performance was outstanding, and you know, we just got to have more of that.
What's the biggest difference that you've seen in his? I mean, he started some as a sophomore.
Some as a sophomore, and then as a junior, and then, you know, I think he's kind of settled down in his position and kind of realizes it's his team. Mm-hmm. And you know, like I said, his decision making and his poise. Because we have a lot going on in our offense, and there's a lot of different options. So I think him being able to pick and choose where he wants to do, you know, to go with the ball and distribute it has been a good plus for us.
Yeah, obviously our goal is to go undefeated. We never want to lose a game, and that's just a good goal for any team to have. You don't want to go into a season thinking you're going to lose. So last year we had a pretty disappointing year at 6-4. So this year we were saying, you know, we just got to be the best that we can, and if that means we go to the state championship, that means we go to the state championship. But we just got to play the best that we can every single day, and we got to kind of win the day.
Is obviously there's always something about being the quarterback of your high school team that people talk about, but and some of it's just, you know, what they see on TV. But yeah. What's the best part about it for you?
Best part of being a quarterback? Well, definitely everybody knows you, and I'd say the best part, especially in this town, is everywhere you go, someone wants to talk to you about football, and I love to talk about football. So some of the older guys at like gas stations, they just love to talk to someone from the team, and they look for me, and that's great because I feel like I have the respect of them, I've gained the respect of them, and we have conversations, and it's just a good feeling.
How often do you get stopped on a day?
4 or 5 times. Wherever I go, I get stopped by somebody.
But not tired of it yet.
No, it's a great feeling. I got to make this last year last.